Hey everyone, this is Mark Patterson, one of the members here at Restoration Covenant Church. I'm very excited to read to you today from the book of John, chapter 12, verse 20 to 36. Now there were some Greeks among those who went up to worship at the feast. They came to Philip, who was from Bethsaida in Galilee, with a request. "Sir," they said, "we would like to see Jesus." Philip went to tell Andrew. Andrew and Philip in turn told Jesus. Jesus replied, "The hour has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. I tell you the truth. Unless a kernel of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it remains only a single seed. But if it dies, it produces many seeds. The man who loves his life will lose it, while the man who hates his life in this world will keep it for eternal life. Whoever serves me must follow me, and where I am, my servant also will be. My Father will honor the one who serves me. Now my heart is troubled, and what shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. No, it was for this very reason I came to this hour. Father, glorify your name." Then a voice came from heaven. "I have glorified it, and I will glorify it again." The crowd that was there and heard it said it had thundered. Others said an angel had spoken to him. Jesus said, "This voice was for your benefit, not mine. Now is the time for judgment on this world. Now the prince of this world will be driven out. But I, when I am lifted up from the earth, will draw all men to myself." He said this to show the kind of death he was going to die. The crowd spoke. "We have heard from the law that the Christ will remain forever. So how can you say the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is the Son of Man?" Then Jesus told them, "You are going to have the light just a little while longer. Walk while you have the light before darkness overtakes you. The man who walks in the dark does not know where he is going. Put your trust in the light while you have it, so that you may become sons of light." When he had finished, Jesus left and hid himself from them. So, as I was preparing for this and thinking about what this was speaking, what it all meant, in the context that this was happening, the thing that stood out the most to me was Jesus' behavior. That he was still kind, he was still patient, he was still instructing, and he was doing so on the eve of his death. He wasn't angry, he wasn't bitter, even though he's got the stress of the task that was to come. And all I could think about is I can't understand the difficulty or it's difficult to understand or fathom the love that Jesus had, that on the eve of his death, a death that he knew was coming, a slow and painful one, that he would still be so kind to offer instruction to people that just didn't get it. And then I thought, well, geez, it's difficult to understand the weight of the knowledge of one's own impending death. But even though all this was going on, he bore it without any change in his behavior. It didn't change his love for mankind, even though we were too stupid, too skeptical, too proud to see it. He continued to teach, even though we were blind and dumb, knowing that it was us, it was our disobedience that was the cause for the death that would come. And all of this, it speaks to the love that God has for his people, for us. You know, we were his enemies, and yet he came and died for us, even though we didn't ask and we weren't very grateful when he did it. So in short, I am struck by the love that Jesus has for us. And as simple as that sounds, it's a story that I can't get enough of. So anyways, I hope you guys have a great Tuesday.